What's up guys? Welcome to Ride the Bean. Today I am going back to work. I'm gonna roast some more coffee. But first, me and Charlie have been invited to a farm or a bakery farm, gårdsbakeri, to have breakfasts. So that's gonna be exciting. So I thought I would take you along to see what that looks like. I don't really know what to expect, but it's gonna be interesting. Good morning.
How are you today?
Tired.
Same. I slept today at least, though.
Yeah, that's good.
I've heard that sleeping is good, yes.
Are you excited to visit the bakery or farm bakery?
I am. Because we used to get some food from them at the old cafe.
Yeah.
But I've never actually been out there to see.
No, me neither. I'm curious.
Preparation.
Curious to see what's going on. Okay, then. There it is. We're here now, so you can see what this is all about. So this is a nice place. It smells amazing.
Nå er jeg spent. Jeg kan også sånn kaffe her. Hva kan kannesene først, eller?
Ja, det er greit å begynne med, da.
Har jo gamle kannesene.
Har med en kilo brasil. Dere har vært her før? Nei, det har
Vi har produktene først.
Ja. Men nå har vi vært ferdig med denne kafébiten.
Det er bare... Hæ?
2 år siden. Nei, det er lenge.
So what I'm trying to do now is set the espresso to the correct settings. Because we're switching up the espresso from Guatemala to Brazil. That was nice. Installing a new espresso with bakery and getting some fresh bread and cinnamon. That's a really nice start to the day. Now we're going back up to the roastery to roast some more coffee. Back at the roastery, and outside of here we have a self-serve store. This is pretty cool. So here they have local products from this region. We have our coffee and fresh potatoes, fresh eggs, sausages, all kinds of stuff, bread, honey, locally produced honey, flatbread, and chocolates. This chocolate is just amazing. So this is right next to the roastery, and I can go shopping here for fresh produce every day, which is really nice, and it's cheaper than going to the store and better quality. And this is where the roastery used to be. So the roaster used to be right here, and the big moose used to be up there, and coffee used to be stored up here. But now, after they moved to the new location about 2 years ago, this was converted to a store. I love this concept. It's a little bit outside of the big city of Trondheim, but that also makes it possible to have these kinds of things. I really like this concept. You can just go help yourself and support the local farmers and producers. And in this big building, they usually do conferences and host parties and all kinds of stuff. Not so much now during Corona, but still. They're in full swing in the brewery, making some beer. And now me and Charlie are going to go turn on the roaster to roast some more coffee. So this is a day at the roastery. Charlie is now measuring up samples for cupping. We're gonna taste some new samples that came in. Wildson is fixing the printer so we can print labels. We're packing coffee and heating up the roaster. A lot of shit going on. And we're gonna make some espressos to test those out. What are you measuring up? What are you gonna cup?
So we have a lot of different coffees actually. A few different samples from Peru, and then there's a lot of Brazil, all naturals it looks like. 2 Ethiopia, so washed and natural. And then these, 2 of these are pretty exciting also. There's anaerobic fermented from Indonesia.
That's interesting. How would you describe the anaerobic process?
I think it's really exciting that so many producers are kind of experimenting with it. It's a way to kind of change which microorganisms are active in the coffee. So usually you get a lot more kind of estery fruitiness, and the coffees can be a little bit more clean than like true naturals sometimes. So it's exciting. I think it's definitely becoming more and more popular. It takes a while for these things to catch on, but now it seems to be a trend around the world.
Caught by a feeling, goes beyond the right or wrong, gets me what I want. I'm hanging by a string, gotta get up on my feet, get to what I need, and I am.
So while I'm roasting now, Charlie's doing QC, quality control, and cupping new samples that we might possibly buy in the future. So this is how the process works. I roast a batch, or try to find a profile, save the profile, and then I try to copy it next time I roast. But in between each roast, we take a sample of the coffee that we just roasted, and we cup it, taste it. That's what Charlie is doing now. And then we see if there are anything we should improve or change for the next roast. And then we constantly update the profile for every batch that we roast. And then we go over to the espresso machine. We try to test out the roast on the espresso machine if it's roasted for espresso. Or we do some brews to see how the filtered coffee tastes. So the coffee roasting process is all about trial and error. Try a profile, see how it tastes, make adjustments to it. Performance, feedback, revision, like Baba Brinkman says. I'm adding gas or airflow to the coffee in the drum, and based on how much gas or energy that I add, or how much air that I add to the drum, that changes the way the coffee tastes. So if I add airflow early in the roast, I get more acidity. If I add it later, I get more sweetness. So it's all about finding the balance between acidity and sweetness, and trying to enhance the flavors that I enjoy and get rid of the ones I don't. So what was the verdict?
Kind of an underwhelming table. So we just tasted the Perus and the Brazils so far. One of the Brazils was pretty interesting. Had a nice kind of like stone fruit, kind of funky plum character. And then there was, I don't know, just like some dry astringency and woodiness in a lot of the cups. So nothing really like screamed, go buy this.
So no purchases from this table?
Probably not.
Well, it's fun to taste anyway. done for the day. So we're just waiting for the roaster to cool down. We need to wait for the drum or the temperature inside the roaster to be below 50 degrees centigrade, because if we turn it off with the drum still warm, then it tends to sag because the metal is heated, and when it cools down it will sag or droop. And then next time we roast, it's not going to be even anymore. And then we also have to clean inside the roaster. If you have a look in here, you can see this is all the chaff, the silver skin that gets loose from the bean during the roast process. Most of it ends up in here. Alright, that was it for today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and this was a nice day. Started with breakfast at the bakery and then roasting some coffee, cupping some coffee. Typical day at the roastery. So I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.